The impossible is happening. Lionel Messi is about to go home. 2 goals up on the world champions. Deep into the game, Egypt have one hand on the biggest upset of the tournament. The ball breaks loose in the box. An Egyptian boot slides in, and for one heartbeat, the net moves. 3-0. It's over. Argentina are out. And then, a voice in the referee's ear. He jogs to the screen. The stadium holds its breath. And he waves the goal away. A tiny step on a defender's boot. Something no one noticed that changed nothing. Suddenly, a foul. And the goal that would have sent Argentina home disappears. 11 minutes later, Argentina scored twice. In stoppage time, they scored again. Messi walked off one step closer to the trophy, while a whole nation screamed that they hadn't been beaten. They'd been robbed. Egypt didn't lose to Argentina that night. They lost to the whistle. And they were not the first. By the end of that week, fans had a new word for it. They stopped calling it the World Cup. They started calling it VARgentina. Because a pattern was forming. A red card shown to the wrong man. A tackle the greatest player alive walked away from. Numbers FIFA can't explain. And a referee who looked into a camera and confessed. So here's the only question that matters. Did Lionel Messi win the World Cup? Or was it handed to him? This was supposed to be the perfect ending. The greatest player of his generation won last tournament on the biggest stage of all. Everybody wanted the fairy tale, the fans, the sponsors, FIFA itself. Everybody wanted to see Messi lift that trophy one final time. And that's exactly the problem. Because when everyone wants the same man to win, football stops being a contest. It becomes a story with the ending already written. And every team in Messi's way started to feel like they weren't playing 11 men. They were playing the whole tournament. But feelings aren't proof. So before you decide anything, go back to that Egypt night, and this time, you're the one in the VAR booth. Watch it back yourself. The build-up to Egypt's goal. An Egyptian foot, a defender's boot. They touch, freeze it. Was that a foul that kills a World Cup goal, or the kind of nothing contact that happens 40 times a game and never gets called? You make the call. The referee made his. He wiped the goal off the board and kept Argentina alive. Now, one call is football. Refs are human. But if this was a one-off, the rest of Argentina's run shouldn't show the same fingerprints. It does. Switzerland. A brutal game, exactly the kind that could end Argentina's dream. Then a Swiss player is sent off, for a foul the replays say a completely different man committed. Wrong player, red card anyway. They finish the biggest match of their lives a man short. And it gets worse. Earlier in the tournament, watch this one back too. Messi's studs come down on an opponent's Achilles. Slow it down, the contact, the height of the boot, the timing. On any other player, that's a long look from the referee, sometimes a red. Red card or play on? You make the call. The referee made his. Play on, no review, nothing. And ask yourself one honest question. If a Cape Verde defender had done that to Messi, does the whistle stay silent? If you want the calls nobody else is showing you, this channel is where they get shown. By the quarterfinals, one thing stood out. Of all the teams left, only one had gone the whole way without a single foul against them reviewed by VAR. Only one had the calls in their favour reviewed the most, by a mile. Only one kept getting handed penalties. Argentina. And still, that's not proof. A pattern isn't a confession. So let's talk about the confession. A former referee admitted out loud that in a match involving Messi, he'd favoured him. That when the biggest name in the sport is on the pitch, the whistle feels different. And you can see that power up close. Caught on camera at this tournament, Messi leans into a referee and tells him, "Speak to me properly, don't disrespect me." Not a player asking for a decision, a king reminding a subject who's in charge. So the accusations reached the top. And FIFA did what powerful institutions always do. They denied all of it. Their head of referees stood in front of the world and insisted the officials were completely independent. No pressure, no influence, not even from FIFA's own president. The disallowed goals, the missing cards, the penalties, all of it, he said, was just normal football. And to be fair, because this is where the story earns your trust, he might be right. England, Germany, Iran, they all got robbed by VAR too. Maybe it's not a conspiracy. Maybe it's just chaos, and every one of those calls was fair. But here's what won't go away. No smoking gun, no order caught on tape, no official charged. FIFA walks away clean, exactly as it always does. And yet the damage is done, because the world has already made up its mind. So now it's the whole tournament in your hands. Every call defensible, every replay explainable, every decision on its own fine. But all of them, every time, every round, falling one way. What's your verdict? Guilty or not guilty? Drop it in the comments. Let's see where the world lands. Maybe Lionel Messi earned every second of it. Maybe he really was just the best man on the pitch. But when the greatest player alive needs the whistle to win, the world stops believing what it's watching. And if you think one phone call to a referee is dark, wait until you see what $16,000 did to Cristiano Ronaldo. That story's on screen right now. Go watch it.